Good morning, it's Lorilei with Radiate Live with Lori, and it's kind of a cloudy day today, so I thought I'd come out here, not as hot. And this is just a little tour of my home and our little, what we've done with our little yard. So a lot of it is like, you know, a little plant here and a little plant there, and this year we're really moving into the point of getting this soil to a point where it absorbs like a sponge and where it adds nutrition naturally to itself, and more natural gardening and a more self-seeding type of gardening. Yeah, so here I wanted to start some new beautiful little roses here in my rose bush, which is like a sweet little surprise. And then I transplanted a little tiny bit of chive that I had on my deck. Hello, little chive plant. And so yeah, I was doing really well. So I ended up putting it here in just this little container for now to kind of see where it was going to be the happiest. So a really long time ago, you can see there's grass and chives in here. They've already gone to seed and everything. And so I want to do a mound this year. I'm going to take this clove, which seems to be doing well, and that dirt that's blessed by the earth angels of the soil. And so I'll make a mound when the time is right. But it looks like it's going to do well. And the little roses are real happy. This is a little sweet little fairy rose, right? So sweet, and all more buds. So sweet. I made some rose potpourri, and so apparently, like, my yard is like, pick me, make some more potpourri. So I'll show you a few more things that I have. My lilac bush is an early blooming lilac bush. It doesn't grow as big as it could because it really is got some big foliage and some well-established trees. So it does well enough, right? It does well. Here, I'm going to go over to the bees. Last year, we only had one little echinacea plant. And again, my husband went to a native plant sale. We live just outside of Chicago. And yeah, so he decided to get a few plants and let them go. And that's what they've done. This is a blue sage, a purple flower. This is a little sprig here. I love it. It grows abundantly. I should show pictures. Like, it grows in our Costco parking lot like crazy. I have not been able to establish it in my yard. I was thinking it would be a great thing to have in hedges on the outside of the yard, but this little survivor came from a place that I thought was ideal, and it just didn't take off. So yes, Mother Nature has other plans. You can see some little extra tomato that's over there. It's a good thing we put the tomato in different places, because we used community seeds this year, and it's kind of a learning process here. We got more blooming. Here's some more strawberries. So there's 3 types of strawberry plants that I put in here. Again, this is an experiment of my 16-year-old, and we're going to add space. I'll show you on the other side so it's symmetrical. But we have 3 different types, and some of them are small clustering berries. Some bloom early, some bloom late, some are tiny, some are big. So actually it's just kind of whatever strawberries I could get, and some that I transferred from my other yard actually came here together. So I'll be transferring more. So sweet. My little fairy garden here and my little bee garden. Here's celery. This is celery. You can see all the bees flying around here. They're very busy. I did my bee blessing this morning. If you're wondering, even though it's in the middle of our yard, it's right by our deck, we really seldom get bees. Like, really. The only kind of bees we get are carpenter bees, because we have a gazebo that's wood. Anyway, here's a hive. Yeah, and they're used to me being around. Ha ha ha, being around. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick little tour here. Here they are. This is our camera that we have on them all the time, so we can, you know, watch and see what's going on at night, make sure there's no animals coming through trying to knock over the hive, etc., or any robbing coming on. I like to give them attention and connection, and it's a beautiful concentration exercise. And you know, you have plants and being attentive to their needs, and bees don't need as much, but we really make an effort to provide what they need in the yard. And you know, our neighbors do a good job of that too. Here's lavender that I just let it go to seed. I didn't pick any this year. I might pick some for potpourri. Anyway, here I go back to regular. Zoom just a little. Oh, and I meant the celery on the other side is, I have rescue guinea pigs still. That's another story for another video. So I still have 3, the baby girls. They're 4 years old. So yeah, so we actually grow the celery for them. We don't really harvest and use the celery, but the leaves, they love the celery leaves. Basil, again, I used to have a lot of basil. Last year I had tons and tons, and we made pesto and everything, but this year, this is all I got. But I do have a bunch of seeds, so I do have another planter where I have seeds. Lettuce, again, I've been pulling off this little thing of lettuce. This one has kind of gone a little longer. That I believe is that spinach actually right there. Yeah, okay, here's parsley and cilantro, making a happy couple here. Cilantro, parsley. Here's the coriander. You can see the coriander, it's the little seeds there. Parsley. Yeah, so that was cilantro. Those were from seeds, actually. So this was a little bit this year. We did some experimentation with, we've got the hexagon boxes that are made out of reclaimed wood by my husband. Bee balm. There's a succulent in there. So here's the strawberries. Okay, I think I'll do a separate one for the back garden. So I'll take you on a little excursion here. Oh, okay. So geranium. I had to think about this for a moment. Geranium, because I was thinking my grandmother had just a complete, in California, a complete bricked in area that had nothing but geranium everywhere. So here's my honeysuckle. I just got this, so we're kind of in the process of healing and seeing what it's going to do. I have that blessed soil, so I definitely need to transfer it. And everyone's been kind of busy, so I might have to do this one on my own today. But I think this beautiful tree that was dead, so it's called topping it. I just topped it. It's our view from our deck, looking up. Some of the trees are shaped different ways, just in order to help all the animals and people get through. Rose of Sharon, lots, purple, 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 white over there. Other things I'm not saying, just kind of showing. This is my son's aloe plant and his basil plant. Really sweet. Mugwort. Spearmint, this is new. Spearmint, this really took off. One of my neighbors gave a lot of people, 10 people some, and said, keep it in a container. Because my husband pulled all of it out, and he pulled so much out that he got rid of all of it. So this year I like it for teas and for salads and things, and I also love the smell. Reminds me of being a kid, so yeah, so it's really taken off. Here's some new aloe that I bought for myself, my teenager, first aid and for juicing. Let's look in here. How's this going? Oh, this is starting to do pretty good. Let me do this angle here. We got projects on the deck, so it's kind of messy. We have stuff everywhere. The mad scientist, my husband, is working on a project with his telescope. So if you see that, that's what that is. Okay, here's our power sigil for the plant kingdom. And the seed packet, rosemary. I'm not sure if you could see that, but here's some of that rosemary is coming up. Yeah, okay, my basil's right in the middle of the mad scientist stuff today, so I can't show you that. I don't know if it's coming up yet. I'm gonna take my seeds and make sure that they are going to produce before I contribute them back to the bank and save them for ourselves, etc. I'll show you kind of an experiment how things are going. Okay, so this beauty here with the seeds here. So this is a catnip, and again, this I got from the community seed bank. It works like the lending library in a way. So you receive some seeds, you plant, and then you just save seeds from your plants, and you prepare them and you put them back into the library so that the seeds are continually being used. That's the idea of it. It's to be used and then being replenished. Safeguarding our own locally grown seeds. That's what we did this year. So we have different things that we've grown, things that we've grown in the past that we didn't grow, just kind of an experiment this year, and everything is coming up like zucchini. Zucchini has gone like crazy, and in other years zucchini hasn't done well at all. So, and banana peppers. We were gifted banana peppers, never had banana peppers, and now I have banana peppers in 3 places in my yard, which are doing well. Okay, this poor little cucumber here, it needs a little attention. It probably, again, this is called my second chance. I call it my second chance garden. Like, my husband's like, okay, we only have room for 4 tomato plants, and so these are left over. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to plant them somewhere because I can't just let them go. They got this far. So that's kind of what I did. I end up planting stuff, and he's always laughing because it's like, what do you think that plant is? Because they're not labeled a lot of times. And I got to go through this. I got to transplant this. Oh, I'm glad I was doing this video. So this is kind of what happens. Like, I just come, it's doing well, and unfortunately, I watched a video, and somebody who has a lot of experience with gardening said, do not transplant these things when they're flowering because they could have shock and stuff. And I'm like, I know, but they're not going to thrive or grow where they're at, so I have to do something. So this is why I do with my heart. I listen to the plants, I look at the environment, and I say, okay, I make that decision. Is it time to leave it? Is it time to go? Hi, little birdie. What's the proper thing that's going to be best for everybody here? And so it's kind of how it happens. And the birds are getting a little more used to me too, because they hear my voice and I'm out here and stilling my mind. I love that. They're doing really well here. Got lots of little birds up here. Camera's shy. Okay, so then here is an area that this kind of gets a decent amount of sun. So I did transplant mugwort over here too, and my husband's like, why? You have half a garden full of mugwort. But that was just kind of a show me what you can do mugwort. How does it grow? Getting to know it, because I've only had it in containers. Also, there's a special meditation that we do going through the portals or the gates of mugwort. So that is something that I'm working on. So I've been growing it in order to package it with that class in the services that I offer specifically. So anyway, so it's going pretty good. And see, the mugwort really, I know the larger ones aren't looking so great, but see what's happening here is some of it is already starting to grow along the ground. So it has little runners. Even here's the runner, right? So here's like the runner. Here's a runner, and then it grows to the end. It starts here. This, you see? Oh my gosh, I've got it focused in so much I can't even see where I'm at. Okay, here it grows in here. So you could take this here and move it someplace else, bury the root. I have to come back. Here's some more roots. So yeah, again, this is kind of an experiment. I wanted to see if it would get enough sun. So I do need to come back and give it a little of attention. Pretty much just give it some more soil at this point and let that take root. I have a lot that I'm going to be producing from the other part of the garden. But like I said, I have room here, and it should be exactly what I need, because we just have pretty much ground cover here. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you, other than the beautiful Rose of Sharon. It's beautiful light, pinky purpley color, and then I'll show you the backyard.